everyone, I am Avantika Srivastav and welcome to the History MCQ session. The session is about how to study history civics for semester 1. Now this is about me. I belong to the ICSE 2021 batch. I scored 97.8% in the board exam, like according to the criteria, according to my marking criteria which was decided. And my score in prelims in history was 80 upon 80. An overview of the whole session. So history civics is a subject where you can easily score full marks, right? And being relevant and to the point is important while attempting the history civics paper. Talking about history civics, this subject is compulsory, as you might be knowing, and it is one of the most scoring subjects. And unlike every year, this year you have to attempt history civics in an MCQ format. About the syllabus for semester 1. For semester 1 of your history civics, you'll have to prepare 1 unit from civics portion and 2 units from history portion. For the study of these 2 questions, 2 weeks are absolutely enough. And you may also find yourself lucky as now you have options for the dates and the names of important events and locations also. Now, how to study? This is a question which pops up in every mind when you talk about studying. So the first way to study history and I think any subject is make notes. It is very, very important to make crisp notes in history civics. And you can also make a chart of the important events like civil disobedience, the date where it happened, and all that. And there are some events whose locations are also mentioned, like you can say the Congress, when and where the sessions of the Congress were held. So you can include that in the chart, the date, the event name, and the location where it happened. Now, pay attention to the pictures of various leaders and the pictures will depict some important event. For example, the picture of the Jallianwala Bagh Memorial. You need to remember that like they can show you the picture of the Jallianwala Bagh Memorial and they can ask you the name, what this monument is, or for what incident or for what happening this monument or this memorial was built. So you'll have to answer accordingly. Now, the study plan. Week 1. The first week of your history civics study should be dedicated to the civics part and the Indian national movement from history part. You have to be thorough with the composition of both the houses, like the procedure of election of the members and the powers of both the houses. These 3 things should be like on your fingertips. You should know everything, each and every point in these 3. And in history, if you talk about history, you will be shown a picture and maybe they'll ask you to identify the leader or give one contribution of that leader. Like they show you the picture of Lala Lajpat Rai and then they give you 4 options in which one of the options signifies, like one of the options is the contribution of Lala Lajpat Rai, or maybe they show you the picture and they ask you to identify which is not the contribution of Lala Lajpat Rai. They can ask you that way also. Plan. So you have options to choose the dates of various events or identify the person. Still, you have to be very careful. You have to carefully analyze each option and try to select the correct answer. Now you can apply the method of elimination for this purpose, which is like you read the question, then you go through all the options one by one. You read the question and then you read the first option. You feel it is irrelevant, like it cannot happen, that is the answer. So you discard that option. Then you go to the second option, you feel this can be a probable answer. This can be a possible answer. So keep that there. Then you go to the third option, you again find that it's irrelevant, cannot happen, that it is the answer. You again discard that. Then you go to the fourth option that you also find that it's wrong. You discard that. So you're only left with the second option, which is the correct answer, most probably. In most cases, this method works. It actually works. The very, very rarest of rare cases when this does not work. So giving the contribution, like there are a few points in contributions which are common for many leaders. Like they advocated education for women, they advocated widow remarriage, They protested against the partition of Bengal and all that. So here you need to be careful and choose the option which implies only for that one particular leader which the question is asking for. Like maybe like again, Lala Lajpat Rai, we take Lala Lajpat Rai. They show you the picture of Lala Lajpat Rai, or they ask just like that, give one contribution of Lala Lajpat Rai. Then there can be an option. He advocated for widow remarriage. He protested against the Simon Commission. He protested against the partition of Bengal. And one option, they might give a wrong option that you can say he founded the Satyashodak Samaj. So here you have to again you go to the options. Like the first option, what was it? The first option, he advocated for widow remarriage. It's true, like he did that. Then the second option, he protested against the Simon Commission. That is true, he did that. Third option, he protested against the partition of Bengal. That is also true. The fourth option, he founded the Satyashodak Samaj. That is false. At once you can recognize that is false. You discard that option. Then the three options that are left are true. But one of them implies only for Lala Lajpat Rai and the other two are common for many leaders. So now you again go through the options. The first option is for many leaders but is not particular for Lala Lajpat Rai. So you discard that. Then the second option, it is particular for Lala Lajpat Rai. Like he protested against the Simon Commission, as you might be knowing that he protested against the Simon Commission, in which he also lost his life due to the lathi blows from the police. So you keep that option, then you read the third option, that also is common, so discard that. Only the second option, which is particular for Lala Lajpat Rai, is left, and that is the correct answer. Week 2. This week should be dedicated to mass phase of the national movement and revision. Now you might be thinking that, this girl is insane, I'll not listen to her. But you'll have to do that. If you haven't studied anything, if you are starting from scratch, you will have to do this. You will have to work a little hard to get a good score in history. So let us consider 8 days of your week to study. You must study one chapter for maximum of 2 days because you need to complete the syllabus. Then you also need to revise because only completing the syllabus won't do. Now, the reason is you must complete your syllabus and then also revise it. So you need time for the latter as well. So you need to be a little fast in completing your studies. If you've already studied, then congratulations, that's very good. That's very, very good. Like, now you can straight away move on to the revision part of it. How to study? After you revise, to begin with, solve the specimen papers. There are specimen papers on the ICSE website, cisce.org, and you can make your own papers also. Actually, you can refer to the past year papers and you can make your own MCQ paper. Now, when you solve specimen papers, you will build up confidence to solve the question. Like a few months ago, you did not know that you'll get an MCQ paper, right? So you might be solving it in the traditional manner, like your teacher might be giving you questions and asking you to write the answer in paragraphs, like 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, like that. So now when you solve MCQ paper, you'll actually build confidence in yourself that, yeah, I know how to solve the paper, because this pattern is a little new for you. Reference material. Your history civics textbook, very important, because you need to make notes. For every chapter, you can make notes from your history civics textbook itself. And it will be very helpful in decreasing the portion also. Because when you make notes, you can condense a 20-page chapter to a 5-page chapter. So it will be easy for you to revise it again. The second thing is specimen papers. Like, as I said, you can solve the specimen papers to build confidence, and past year papers. Now, you can download the past year papers and frame your own MCQ paper from that. You read the questions, you find the question, yeah, this can be an MCQ question. You frame the MCQ question from that, and then you solve it. And when you make your paper on your own and solve it on your own, you'll actually realize what you are lagging behind or what topic you're lagging behind, what you need to cover up again. So you can divide that section once again. Now, if you have any questions, you can share it with us. Now you can also, if you need more such sessions, if you need like one-on-one guidance, you can register for our student mentorship program and the live teaching program, and you can get many more such tips which will be exclusively for you. You can contact us on our Instagram handle or the Telegram group, or you can also email us so that we can give you all the information regarding these two. You can reach us through our Instagram handle, through our email, through our Telegram, through our website, and also through our YouTube channel. Thank you.